This is question 32 from the GATE 2018 EC paper, where we are given the following 2x2 ROM array built with diodes and are asked to find out, based on the positions of the diodes, what data is stored in the ROM array. Underneath the question, you will find the title of the NPTEL course or video relevant to this topic.
So this is a 2x2 ROM array, right, which is built with the help of diodes. So the idea is that if there is a diode on connecting a word line to a bit line, this is on the vertical is what is called a bit line, and the horizontal is what's called a word line, right? If there is a diode here, then as soon as the word line which gets turned on, that is if it's selected, the diode conducts and overpowers this NMOS transistor at the bottom to take the bit line high. But if there is no diode, for instance over here, then the only thing that's on this bit line, and the remaining word lines will be 0, so you don't have to worry about this diode because it's off, right? And so what will happen is that since the gate of this NMOS is at VDD, it's turned on, right, and it will pull down this bit line to 0 because there's nothing else driving that bit line, right? So there'll be a 0 if there is no diode, right, and it'll be read as a 1 because this diode will pull it up, right, if there is a diode, right? So looking at this, we can see clearly that the bit stored in the ROM array D00 is equal to 1, right, D01. So Dij, as you can see, connects word line I, and bit line is the intersection of word line I and bit line j, the cell that corresponds to that intersection, right? So D00 is 1, D01, that is word line 0 and bit line 1, is 0 because there is no diode here. Then D10, which corresponds to here, there's no diode, so that's a 0. And then D11, there is a diode, so that's a 1. So this matrix will be 1 0 0 1, the 2x2 identity matrix, right? So the bits corresponding to what is stored in the ROM is option A.